Hi everyone, and welcome back. I talked about a lot of things like dreaming or about the things that we normally use in our life. But today I'm gonna talk about something a little bit different, Something about that you know what you wanted, but you can't reach it. Well, maybe you can, or maybe you've gone to it before, but you just like some you don't have the chance to go or you dream to go there like me is yes, I'm talking about a place and I'm talking about facts about a place, which is one of my favorites, so that's why I always get for the favorite for the first. So this is my favorite place. I don't know what about you, but my favorite place is really beautiful. Let me get a hint. This is a country full of romance, of cheese and bread, and it's it's literally literally the country full of famous brands. And when I talk about that, most of you may guess that it's France, and it is true. France is the country I'm going to talk about today. So today I'm going to talk about facts about France. And as you could already know that France is a country full of romance, and the language of French is also called the language of romance because it's just something in it just make us feel romantic. It's just their language is romantic, and when I heard them I'm just obsessed with their language. It's really formal club, something like that. But anyway, let's go straight right in. So I'm gonna talk about 10 facts about France today. Fact number 1 is France is the most visited country in the world. Well, yes, about 89 million people travel to France every single year just because they could, see the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or they go around seeing the market of France, buying souvenirs. Here, just some market. It's like the stand at the market, something like that. It's called the flea market. They also experience the exquisite pastries and pastries and a lot of cheese too. She is one of the most famous dish in France. Oh, not only in the France, whatever. But I mean that people visited France a lot not only because they love the food or the thing there. They just kind of like going there is usually romantic. Like literally, I usually see them going to couple because this place is full of romance, and going there with a couple or someone you love is the perfect trip for going together. For example, I don't know anything, but let's just say that it is a place of romance, so that's why people love going there. And France is full of beautiful things and amazing things. Like, people just love it cultural, and it's one of the most visited country in the world, though. Not just the visit country in the world. And also, just a few seconds ago, I talked about cheese, right? Like cheese. And speaking of cheese, we're going on to the second fact. Is France has a huge amount of cheese. And it is true though. Like most of the cheese you eat, most of the weird cheese or the delicious or the expensive or the cheaper or whatever kind of cheese there is in France. Like mostly every single kind of cheese is in France. It produced in France though. Like this. So did you know that the exact amount of cheese in France is unknown? However, it is estimated over 1,500 different cheese are proudly produced there. Yeah. So every single kind of weird cheese or any cheese that you want to experience, all of them in France. So if you really love cheese, this place is your paradise. This place you could try and eat cheese whatever you want. Okay, let's continue. Fact number 3 is France is the country which has the most Nobel Prize winner in literature. Yes, not only because only cheese, but they also. Wait, why does the background look exactly like cheese? Never mind. As I'm saying, not only they're popular and they're a lot in bread or cheese or whatever, they also is the most winning Nobel Prize of literature. So yeah. There are 16 French winners of the Nobel Prize of Literature, and these are only some of the people. And Annie Ernaux, how do you pronounce this? Anyway, Annie Ernaux, let's just say this woman won the Nobel Prize in 2022, just only 2 years before us. Only 2 years before. Yeah. Only 2 years ago, sorry. So yeah, well, not only that, but France have several Nobel Prize too, up to 75 or maybe 76 Nobel Prize. Not the most Nobel Prize in the world, but in literature it is the most. I'm just only saying that every single Nobel Prize is about 75 or 76 Nobel Prize in France. Okay. So fact number 4 is the Louvre in Paris is the most visited museum. So yeah, this is the Louvre. It's kind of like a pyramid but with glass wall in it, and it's actually a museum. When I first saw this, when I was just a few years ago, when I first saw that, I thought it was just a monument or something, but I didn't really know that it was a museum. But I think a museum, but why museum have a shape of a pyramid? And I just thought that it's just weird. But then when I look inside of it, this place is huge. Yeah, it may not only look beautiful, but inside is huge, and it's also really crowded. Like over up to 9 million people visited the museum every single year. And in this museum, it have up to 38 pieces and 35 pieces of art are displayed. So it's literally take you 200 or maybe 100 days. 200 or maybe 100 days to experience to see the whole thing inside the Louvre. Well, not every. If you spend only 30 seconds of each piece, of watching each piece, then you would go there and watch each piece only 30 seconds. So you won't able to see the whole Louvre in just one visit. You at least have 100 to 200 days to do that. If you only spend 30 seconds each piece, or even less than that. It's really big though. On the outside, I thought it was really small, but I was totally wrong, like real wrong. It was super big. It's like humongous big. Kind of like that. Okay. Oops, sorry. So here is inside the Louvre. Maybe you guys have visited before. Also have the Mona Lisa, but on my side, I forgot to take the picture of the Mona Lisa, put in here, but yeah, you already know. These here are the statue and paintings that I just gathered around. And this one is actually one of my favorite. It's an angel in front of it's on the staircase inside the Louvre. Is actually, I don't think it's an angel. Alright, it's an angel, but it's unfinished and it doesn't have a head. And I think it doesn't have a limb too. Yeah. Sorry. So number 5 is the Eiffel Tower is named after Gustave Eiffel. This is, maybe you guys already know this or maybe not, but the Eiffel Tower is built by Gustave Eiffel, is the designer who designed this masterpiece. Okay, first of all, he's the one who did. First of all, the Eiffel Tower wasn't really built just for a decoration or a monument. Before that, it was built because of an entry of a festival in France. what festival, I don't remember, but the festival in France, that is what kind of festival? It's just a festival, a big festival in France that they built it for an opening. And a few years when it was built, the citizens didn't really like it. They thought it was ugly, and it was, yes, back then they thought it was ugly and really nearly tear down. They thought so. It was actually, it was back then. It was being decided that it will take down the Eiffel Tower in only 20 years, but now it's still standing here. It's over a few years, just say that a few years, and it's still here. So, and actually, people just thought that it was. More people think that it's beautiful, and the beauty just spread around the world now. We cannot imagine Paris without the Eiffel Tower. So yeah, it's just kind of missing something beautiful, something that represented France and Paris. Yeah. So, the Eiffel Tower was built in 1887 to 1889, and this is Gustave Eiffel, the one who designed, the engineer who designed and built this monument. And it took 2 years, 2 months, and 5 days to build this thing. Yeah, I talk it exactly detailed. I detailed it. Okay, fact number 6 is, why are most of the famous brands set up in France? This is the question that I think is asked a lot, and me myself personally, I ask this a lot because I don't really think why they just build their brand, even though they're not French, they build their brand in France. Well, to be honest, in France, there are a lot of brands that have been built, even though the designer, the CEO, the one who built that brand is not France. Because French is like, okay, first of all, let's just see, there are a lot of brand here. So yeah. I'm sometimes the word just slipped my mind, So the reason is France is renowned for traditional craft such as weaving, tailoring, and embroidering, providing a high quality manufacturing the environment for high-end fashion brands. So that's why people build their brands in France. A lot of famous brands like Louis Vuitton, Dior, or Chanel, Brenda, or Celine, and a lot more. So number 7 is, the French love to sleep. Yes, the French love to sleep. Like, they sleep a lot. Like, for example, like in the US or in the other country, or even in our country, we usually sometimes pull an all-nighter, and some of us even sleep only 4 hours or even less than that. Because sometimes we just work a lot and study a lot, and we pull an all-nighter, we just can't have enough sleep. So, but in France, it's actually totally opposite. They sleep a lot, like sometimes even more than 8 hours a day, because they think that sleeping is really good for their health. So yeah, even though they work too, they also work as hard as us, but they also sleep a lot. They spend more time sleeping, not spend more time pulling all-nighter to do our work. They work, but they also sleep a lot, because the French thinks that, well, sleep is good for their health and make them healthier and stronger. So yeah, lucky. If you really love sleep, and travel to France, you can sleep like all day long and without any problem, without anyone telling you not to sleep that much or anything, because it's actually a normal thing in France. So number 8 is, France is the largest country in Europe. It's also called the EU. Oh my gosh. So this is France, and the surface area of France is 551,695 square kilometers. And France is also the third most forest country in Europe, only behind Sweden, Finland, and Spain. Yeah. So this is Paris. Sorry, this is France. Oh my god. I just kind of having a little trouble, you know. Sometimes I just say things, but the words just slip in my mind. I just don't remember what I'm gonna say. I just talk a lot, so yeah, that's true. You know, an introvert, not an extrovert. So anyway, not only that, but the France map is also called the hexagon. Well, it is really understandable because France does have the country. The map of the France does have a kind of like a six side, so they call, and it looks similar to a hexagon, so they call it as a hexagon. And there's a little fun facts about this is the France is not only that, you know, France is not only it's bigger than that. It's might hear you that you don't really understand what I'm saying. France is a France. The map is really showing on the screen, but actually France is bigger than that. It is everywhere. And if you don't understand it, I'm gonna talk about it a few moments later. So anyway, let's continue. I'll talk about the France map and the whole big thing later if you don't really understand it. So number 9 is France has the most time zone in the world. Okay, I'm not talking right now, not a moment later. So yes, before that, as you can see here, the France is not. Oh my gosh, I'm really sorry about that. The France is not only that clump of land in Europe. It is everywhere, like seriously everywhere. As you can see here is near North America. Here is a little bit in Philippines, in the Pacific, in the Atlantic Ocean, and it's also in this South America, and also some of it even in the Indian Ocean, and some of it even in the Pacific Ocean. Is kind of like near Asia. But yes, it is true. France is not only a clump of land here, but it's everywhere, because in the war, they just come around all the world. So actually, you're closer to France than you may think you are. Not only in Europe. So some of these island thingy is also a part of France. And the reason why I have the most time zone, because it have every single here. The black thing is France. So here it have the red line is this time zone. They have 13 time zone based on the part of France, like the whole empire of France. It's just large. Is the most time zone. Even Russia is the biggest country in the world, still only have 11 time zones. France have 13 time zones. That is just amazing. Weird more than amazing. Well, it is weird, to be honest. Hold on a second, okay? Okay. So number 10 is France invented the system of the measurement. Yes, but a long time ago, France is the one who invented this kind of measurement, you know? So yes, there is a guy, Gabriel Motin. Let's call him Motin. He's a vicar. He's a vicar at St. Paul's Church in Louvain, France. It's a kind of like a city or a part in France, and he introduced it to the decimal system, revolving to a measurement in the late 1600s. And that time, it changed all of it. It changed the way the French citizen think. So yeah, it's just the way he introduced it. It changed the way that they look at time. They measure the length or just to they measure the length of road or length of any object. It improved a lot and it helped a lot in the life of the French people. So, and also that is the end of the video. Done all of the 10 facts. So I hope you guys understand more a little bit about France if you really love this country like I do. My dream is literally just go to France and I really want to go there. I don't know if I'm going to go there or I will go there, but let's just say that I'm just gonna see in the future. So anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Really hope you guys love France like I do. And also stay tuned for other videos. So bye bye.